You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that, the way it falls on the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lies, and people talk too much. You got the kind of look in your eyes as if no one knows anything but us. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love, so in love. You look so beautiful in this light, your silhouette over me, the way it brings out the blue in your eyes is the Tenerife Sea. And all of the voices surrounding us here, they just fade out when you take a breath. Just say the word and now we'll disappear into the wilderness. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love, so in love.
Well, welcome to everyone. We're at a beautiful location called Secret Beach, as I mentioned, and look at these two. Don't they look just stunning? Well, one of the traditions in Hawaii is to begin a special occasion like this by presenting flower leis to one another. Now, the beautiful blossoms of the flower lei, they don't last all that long. They're very delicate and fragile and precious. I think they're a good symbol or a reminder of our lives in the sense that we shouldn't take a day for granted, that we should try to demonstrate through our actions and through our words on a daily basis that we're thinking of the other person. A lot of times we think of Valentine's Day and birthdays and holidays as being the most important thing to remember on a wedding, or to show that we love one another. But really, I think it's the little things that we do that lets the other person know that we're thinking about them on a daily basis that really mean the most. So try to do sweet things for each other each day. With that in mind, Titus, I'll have you take this, and you can give your flowers to your personal attendant. Just take one. You can give your flowers, and maybe your parasol too, so that you're able to have that put over your shoulder. We'll see how much we can have that bridesmaid made of. Okay, and then Titus, come my way just a little bit, and then face your bride, and you can put that right over her head. And you get to kiss her on each cheek. That's the tradition here. And then Emily, I'll have you present Titus with his lei. And kiss him on each cheek. And you can move Titus's lei up just a little bit over the top, so it's all the way over his collar. There you go. Okay, and she can have her bouquet back. Sometimes the maid of honors try to keep the bouquet, but because it's beautiful, and there you are. Well, if you want to turn just a little bit my direction and just kind of cuddle. Now, we've all also heard of the word aloha, and we usually think of aloha as meaning hello and goodbye. But there's also a deeper meaning to the word aloha. It also means to show compassion and kindness and affection. So it's appropriate that we begin your celebration with the spirit of aloha, with the spirit of love. And this aloha and friendship that you both share has been growing all the time that you've been together. The Hawaiians have a special word for this kind of deep, long-lasting love. It is hoa aloha, which means my beloved friend. And you two are truly beloved friends. Hoa aloha. Well, Titus and Emily, it's a unique privilege to share in one of the greatest gifts to humankind, the celebration of the love between a man and a woman. This day, by saying your vows and exchanging rings, you will commit your hearts in the presence of us gathered here today. On this beautiful day of your marriage vows, commit yourselves freely and fully to each other, without reservation. The two of you have come here today to make a commitment that from this day forward you will walk together. May you both look forward to the years ahead in giving and sharing and getting to know each other even more completely. As you know, marriage is a gift from God, the gift of human love, given so a husband and wife can know each other with mutual companionship. Marriage is also a commitment to life, to the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for growth no other human relationship can equal, a physical and an emotional joining that is promised for a lifetime. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, commitment is stronger. When two people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written word. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love each other, which takes a lifetime to fulfill. This is one of my favorite verses. It says, "The power of love is that although your hearts become one, neither of you are diminished, but you are fulfilled and discovered in ways you would never have known apart from each other." How beautiful. Now we also have a beautiful reading that you've chosen and is often done at weddings. It's from 1 Corinthians, and it states that love is patient and kind, love envies no one, love is never boastful nor conceited nor rude, love does not insist on its own way, it is not irritable nor resentful, love keeps no scores of wrongs, does not gloat over others' mistakes, and delights in the truth. There is nothing that love cannot fix. There is no limit to its faith, its hope, and its endurance. Love will never come to an end. There are three things that will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. So we're already very close to having you say your vows, but just a few more things that I'd like to say. As you continue on your journey together, remember that true friendship is the basis for any lasting relationship. Give your spouse the same courtesies and kindnesses that you show to your friends. Confide in one another and ask for help when you need it. And of course, say "I love you" often. So I'll have you, if you could, we'll have your bridesmaid of honor take your flowers. And Titus, I'm going to have you turn towards your bride, because she's not your wife quite yet. And I'm going to have you hold hands. And as you look at each other, Titus, I'll have you say, "Do you, Titus, take Emily as your beloved wife? Do you promise to be a tender and faithful husband? Will you love and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, and keep yourself only unto her? If so, say, 'I do.'"
I do.
"Do you, Emily, take Titus as your beloved husband? Do you promise to be a tender and faithful wife? Will you love and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, and keep yourself only unto him? If so, say, 'I do.'"
I do.
Okay, now we have rings, and if you want to hand the flowers to someone down the line, you can untie those rings and give them to the bride and groom. There we are. And I'll actually take those rings. How about that? If I hold them in my hand. You can hold hands and just get kind of close together. Now these rings are ancient symbols. They're circles. You can't tell where the circle begins or where it ends. In a sense, it's infinite, no beginning and no ending, like your love. If you think back, if you look at each other for just a moment, and remember when you first met one another. Titus, you remember how excited and how beautiful she looked when you went on your first date with this lovely woman? And Emily, do you remember when you looked at Titus and maybe you heard his voice on the phone? Was it exciting?
Yes,
And
it was very
yeah. And that new affection that you had started to change, and as you became better and better friends, you fell in love with one another, and your love grew to the point where you actually started to think that this is the one. This is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
And then you shared that with each other and said, let's get married. And then you finally really woke up and said, let's get married on Maui so we have a wonderful place to come back for our anniversaries. And so all that love is represented in these rings, the love from both of your heart, as well as the love of all the people who love you, and God's blessing is also a part of these rings. So Titus, I'm going to have you take your bride's ring, take Emily's ring, and kind of face a little bit my way, both of you, so we can see you put the ring on her hand. Just turn your bodies a little bit out. Now you can put the ring partway on Emily's ring finger, and I'll have you say to Emily, as you look at each other, Emily, with this ring,
Emily, with this ring,
I promise to grow with you,
I promise to grow with you,
to build our love,
to build our love,
to speak openly and honestly,
to speak openly and honestly,
to listen to you,
to listen to you,
to love and cherish you
to love and cherish you,
for all our days ahead.
for all our days ahead.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
you shall not walk alone.
you shall not walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter,
My heart shall be your shelter,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms will be your home.
You may place the ring on your wife's ring finger. And Emily, I'll have you take Titus's ring and place it partway on his finger. Kind of turn a little bit this way, Titus, so we can see your face, and there we go. As you place it and look at each other, Emily, if you would repeat after me. Titus, with this ring,
Titus, with this ring,
I promise to grow with you,
promise to grow with you,
to build our love,
build our love,
to speak openly and honestly,
speak openly and honestly,
to listen to you,
listen to you,
to love and cherish you
to love and cherish you,
for all our days ahead.
for all our days ahead.
From this day forward,
For this day forward,
you shall not walk
you shall
alone.
not walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter,
My heart will be your shelter,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms will be your home.
Place the ring on your husband's ring finger. Okay, and now you can kind of cuddle, and I think we maybe should listen to this beautiful song, and if you want to hand her flowers for just a little bit, and we'll just enjoy the beautiful harp here, and you can enjoy each other, or...
It's beautiful.
I know.
Perfect.
Good day.
It is.
Beautiful day.
Worked out very well.
I know. Yeah. Nice play.
Thank you.
Nice arrangements too.
Turned out beautiful.
Yeah.
The harpist is perfect.
Yeah. We should dance.
Relax.
That was so lovely. Thank you. It's beautiful. I get caught up in those words, and it's just... Well, I want you to look into each other's eyes for a moment. See the love that's there, this person whom you love so very much, who you're committing to a lifetime journey with. Remember this love, and may you have the courage to express this love as openly as you possibly can. May you have the courage to receive this love and to know that you're lovable, that this person who's marrying you today loves you with all their heart. May you keep forgiveness in your hearts for one another, and may your love and respect for each other grow. Now, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I guess I do, because I'm going to ask you if you do want to say anything to each other. You could. Most couples don't, but sometimes they want to just say something to each other. I give you that opportunity right now. You good with the I do's?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great, because I don't want to make you cry either. With the blessing of your family, your ohana, and as a licensed minister of the state of Hawaii, with God's blessing, it is my great honor to pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal your vows with a sweet aloha kiss. And I'm going to have you grab the sand bomb. Now, one of the other little traditions that we'd like to do in Maui is to blow the conch shell. And how about this? How about if, as long as I blow the conch shell, you have to kiss? We'll see how long you can kiss, okay? And we'll see how much air I can blow. Whoops. You guys kissing too good. It's too cute. I'm not blowing right. I got to pay attention here. What the heck, you guys? Do we have a horn player here? Oh, congratulations. Aloha. All right. Well, we also have another beautiful tradition here in Hawaii, and that is the sand ceremony. We do that instead of the unity candle because it works better. And we have these beautiful little seashells that are in here. It's a nice keepsake, but more importantly, I think it symbolizes how your love is joined together. Each of you are different people. You bring different strengths to your marriage. And a lot of times what attracts a couple is the similarities that they have, and that's how they fall in love. But being mature people, you understand there's also differences. Those differences probably are as important as the similarities, because oftentimes where one of us has a weakness, the other has strength. The more you embrace those differences, the more joy you'll have in your marriage together. So all the love is represented here from each of your hearts, as well as the love of all the people who care about you. And God's blessing is also a part of this. And if you want to add more sand, we do have a little bit around here. I'll let you give your bouquet to your maid of honor. And I'm going to have each of you hold out one of your hands. And I'll put a little of these seashells in there. And Titus, I'm going to have you hold a bottle so that your wife can pour some in. You just hold the other hand and hold a bottle right over the top, because she's going to miss a few. Yeah. But like I said, we got lots of backup sand, so just try to get a few in there. Okay, and now if you want to, don't worry about this, we'll just add more sand. You can hold a bottle for your husband now. I like using that word, your husband. This is kind of a dexterity test. I like it that they're both keeping their tongue in their mouth. And so, it's kind of, that would be a sign that maybe, no. And laughter is the most important thing too. If you want to put your arms around each other like that, and then hold out your palm like this, and then I'll have you hold your hand underneath. No, you can hold your palm on top. There you go. Are you a little nervous?
Yeah.
Just a little bit nervous, I think.